What's up, my Finland loves? It's Miss Finland D coming to you all from Finland Entertainment News. So, most of you are aware that the Braxtons are back with their new show. And the first few episodes been heavily focused on Traci and grief and all of that, counseling, therapy sessions, because most of you are aware that Traci Braxton is no longer here with us. May her soul rest in peace. During the family therapy session, you could see that Towanda and Tamar had a lot of heat and issues between them. And Towanda kept saying that, she's simply protecting her peace and meeting people where they are. So it looks like, over the years, due to all of the back and forth and a roller coaster relationship and sisterhood and all of that, Tawana is at the point where she's like, you know what, I have to protect my peace. So people were asking questions about that. So here's Tawana reviewing the episode and talking about it.
So yeah, it was. I mean, I know it was heavy, and I know it was deep. Um, it was heavy and it was deep for us as well. I'm waiting for my honey. Um, so yeah, it was heavy. It was heavy and it was deep. Every episode is heavy and deep for us, especially because you know, hey honey, go live with me. There you go. Hey honey.
What's up?
Hey. So I was just saying that I know that all these episodes are pretty heavy, and it's extremely heavy for us because we lived it and now we have to relive it by watching it again. Woo! Watch it again, of course, because you know, in support of the show, and we it's just a part of the process of moving forward. You know, um, that's just That's just what it is. So, I mean, I want to clear up some discrepancies though. I mean, these people asking me, "Hey guys, hey, have you spoken to Tamar? Are you guys talking to Tamar? You talk to Tamar?" Of course. As I stated before, whatever, regardless on what happens, if any of my sisters call me, I'm going to pick up the phone and answer. If they need me, if they text me, I'm going to respond, and that's just the bottom line. That's just what it is. However, I am sensitive to other people's boundaries, and I respect people's boundaries regardless on what it is. If I agree or not, I'm going to respect your boundaries. If you say you don't feel like it or you don't want to beg, you want to do this, guess what? I'm going to respect your boundaries by not crossing those lines. That's just it. And that's it. You know? Um, um, if this person said, you act like you hard, you got a wall that makes it seem like you don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's not that. What it is that I have respectfully learned to compartmentalize the things that is more important. And it's not important for me to do anything other than to protect my peace. That's it. That's just it.
And and I want to add this too because I think just this is just another perspective here. This is not a thing that you decide for family. This is a thing
Mm-mm.
that you decide for business, for friends, for whatever. Like I've seen you evolve, and I've seen you take on a lot. Um, you know, they used to call you the responsible one, and you used to wear that little chain, that little gold chain that said the responsible one. And I know, I see a lot of the things that go on with the family dynamic. Because I pretty much, how many years have I known y'all?
30.
Yeah. So, and not to say that I've been there for every single moment, and I know every little whatever about the family, but I can say that you protect your peace, and but it's not just for family. It's
Right.
it's for
It's across the board.
friends, it's for business
Right.
opportunities, it's for like people on the street, like people you love, people you like, you know. So it ain't, I get it. But to say what you were saying, to add on to what you were saying too, when it happened that day and you came home and it was a lot on you, and then to see it on the show and then kind of see it back on you a little bit, that's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course it is.
Yep.
Of course. Of
Yep.
course. Yeah. It's just what it is. And Ain't nobody mad, ain't nobody pissed off, ain't nobody upset. It's none of that. It's just, I just respect, I meet people where they are.
Fact.
That's it.
Yep.
Spoke to little Kevin, of course, today. He's taking it one day at a time. I mean, I just can't even fathom. I just can't even, I can't even almost understand where he is and how he's feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
You okay, honey?
That's it. Oh, well, I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm a little tired today, but I'm amazing. You know, I had a long, amazing day today.
You you were like on cloud 1030 475,000 today.
Yep. Hey, Corey. Yes. Yes. And I had to take, some sleep stuff so that I can go to sleep because I
Sorry.
felt like I was a kid going to school for the first day of school. That's how I
Yeah.
felt today. It was
Yeah.
just, yeah.
It's good.
So
It
yeah.
was a great day today.
It's an
Great day.
amazing. Every day is a great day. Every
And
day
I
is
mean
an
that's true.
amazing day. Every day is an amazing day. Amazing day. Amazing
Even
day.
the
You know.
days that seem like it's challenging, that's still an amazing day.
Yep. It's still an amazing day.
Yeah.
Hey cousin. Yeah, so it's an amazing day. So I got so much stuff on my dress, honey, from the movies.
Hmm.
But yeah, I know it was heavy and sometimes I can't really sit and watch, all the Tracy stuff
Yes, this is a
sometimes.
toothpick. They asking this is a toothpick. Y'all to know. Let me real quick. I just want to answer this question. They keep asking what I'm smoking. I ain't smoking nothing. This is a toothpick. I do this and it calms me down. Why? Because I control my breathing. It's like meditation. But I also meditate twice a day. Holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But go
Mhm.
ahead, honey. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no.
All right, now, I'm not trying to compare siblings' relationship. That's not what I'm doing. But because I just posted a video on her sister, I have to say something right here. Now, just because a couple is amazing publicly doesn't mean behind closed doors everything is perfect because no one is perfect. But I had to acknowledge this moment right here. When Towanda fiance Tut, he interrupted her, he instantly apologized. And she said, "No, honey." And then she went ahead and she talked. We wouldn't get into what she had to say after that. But I just had to point out, compared to her sister, that couldn't even get two words in, even though she was respectful and listened to her husband speak the entire time. In a moment it was her turn to say anything, she was consistently interrupted. So that's what I'm saying. That doesn't mean that behind closed doors he's not amazing to Trina and all of that. I'm just saying communication works both ways. If you're going to speak, then allow the other person to speak and not constantly interrupt them. And then sometimes in moments you might do it mistakenly and you're able to quickly catch yourself and say, okay, go ahead. And I just had to point that out and the difference here. So hopefully Trina husband can see the constructive criticism and work on that, since the both of them are going to be reviewing the show and and on their platform, and people are going to be watching. It's a conversation. You speak, she speaks, and that's it. And then even in this video when Towanda was talking about how heavy watching the scenes with Traci is and all of that, he was like, honey, are you okay? So yeah, it goes both ways, and that's all I would say in that video. I wasn't dismissing her husband's feelings. His feelings are valid, and if you're feeling a certain way, you should be able to openly talk to your spouse about anything. And he did that, but when it was her turn to talk, she was constantly interrupted, and that's not fair or cool because it goes both ways. If she's gonna sit there quietly and respect you and let you talk, do the same for her. And then for those of you who missed the video I'm talking about, Trina and her husband was discussing the latest episode of the Braxton, and basically he was explaining that, he was uncomfortable with how Trina was grieving for her ex-husband Gabe, who passed away, and how long the grieving process was. And they were comparing the two to, Traci passing away and how Train and Grieve for Traci and all of that. That's the video I'm talking about. It's the last video I uploaded before this one, but I've also linked it in the description below for those of you who missed it. Let's get back to Towanda and her fiance conversation.
I was just saying, I know that it's challenging for you guys to watch, and it's challenging for us to watch. And it's not that, it's just, I just have the moments of, damn, she ain't here type of thing, you know? Um, and it's like although I'm really thankful and I'm grateful that we had all those years to document the times of wonderful moments that we have with Traci and all that amazing stuff. And then we were able to share all that with you guys. It's also the moment of, damn, we like we don't have no new craziness that she can say, you know, physically not here in the human flesh. So that's just it. That's all.
You know it's
That's
gonna be
it.
crazy
So
when you see her again.
right, 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 right.
When you see her again.
This person said, "What would it take for you and Tamar to get to a place where you can even begin healing?" Who said we're not at that space? I think that healing is an individual thing.
Facts.
It's an individual journey.
Facts.
So I'm on my journey, and Tamar's on her journey. That's it. That's it. And I don't judge anybody on where they are in their journey of healing, or wherever, whatever it is, or whatever you want to call it for them, or whatever they want to call it for themselves. I'm not going to judge them. And you can't put a timestamp on it. You can't put a timestamp on it. So, you know, that's where I am with it.
And I think I saw this guy talking on it was something on Instagram. It was two guys that was in the podcast, and he said, me and my sister grew up in the same household, and we turned out completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was like, y'all didn't live in the same household
You weren't
because
raised by the same parents.
right,
Yes.
because they interacted with the boy and the girl differently because they knew that they came at certain times in their life when the parents was evolving,
Mm-hmm.
so they reacted to one child a certain way and they didn't act the same way to the next
Right.
child. Like so everybody has their own perspective of their parents and their siblings because it's all different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say I feel sad that Traci's gone, if all of y'all are saying that, it's because of different reasons. Yes, it's because of loss, but it's from their own perspective, their specific
Mm-hmm.
perspective that is not shared amongst the siblings
Right.
because they all knew Traci in their own way.
Right. Exactly.
Facts.
And that's exactly right. Just like, you know, Braxton Brooke, we raised them differently.
We
We
do.
raised them differently.
Yeah.
And it's not that you love one child more than the other. You just know the needs of each child.
Facts.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just it. I love my family. I absolutely love them, and I respect their boundaries. And that's just where I am with it. And who am I to
What
question
does
their
that
boundaries?
mean?
What that means is if a person says that, hey, I'm gonna give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I have boundaries, right? One of my boundaries is uh, if I'm in the kitchen, if I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking, don't come in the kitchen while I'm cooking. You know what I mean? I mean, that's something simple, but I'm just giving you an example. And if a person just keeps coming in the kitchen, coming in the kitchen, coming in the kitchen while I'm cooking, that's just an example. If they just keep coming in the kitchen and I ask you not to come in the kitchen while I'm cooking, why are you not honoring my wishes? And why are you not honoring my boundary of this is what I'm saying to you? Please do not do this. That's what I mean by that. So that's an example of a boundary.
I know what a boundary is. I'm saying when you say when you make this statement,
Mm-hmm.
when you say I respect people's boundaries,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the show just went off. So
Mm-hmm.
when you say that, what do you mean? What do you mean concerning your siblings and your family? when you make that statement? What does that mean for
Okay,
that?
so I'm gonna give you. Okay, let me tell you this. So when Trina cries, she don't like people to touch her. That's a boundary for me.
Ah,
I'm not touching Trina when she's crying. I'm not touching her when she's emotional. I'm not doing that because she asked us not to. So I don't. Another boundary of mine is, thank you, Keon. Thank you. Another boundary for me um, is like, say for instance, I'm friends with someone, and if somebody gets upset with me about whatever, like if they threw me a party and I didn't like the party, right? Or if they threw the party and it was a rink-a-dink party, or it was like string balloons and 4 or 5 year old, and I was like, why would you throw me a party like that,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And the person starts cussing at me, saying, F you, that's a boundary for me. Don't cuss me out like that. You can't say F you to me and then expect for me to be friends with you again. To me, that's like spitting in somebody's face. To me, to
Gotcha.
me. And that's my
Mm.
boundary. I'm not going to allow you to say, F you on my dead mama, F you on my dead daddy, F you on my dead stepdaddy. You can't do that and then expect for me to have afternoon tea with you the very next day. That's
Mm.
never going to happen, ever. I wish you well. I love you dearly. I wish you well in all of your endeavors, but you can never sit at my table ever again. That's it.
Well, well, amen, as they say in the Baptist church.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hey, Kiki. So yeah, so that's it.
Mm.
Have to have respect for each other. Exactly, Scratchy. You have to have respect for each other. Period. Period. That's just like if somebody tells me something. Another thing is if somebody tells me something and tells me not to say anything to somebody, I'm not going to tell that person what this person said to me. I'm not going to do that. That's a boundary. So don't just keep trying to push. Well, what they said, just tell me. Well, I need to know. Just tell me. No, I'm not telling you. And I don't care how mad you get. I don't care how pissed off you are. I don't care how much of a tantrum you may have. I'm not doing that. I'm never doing that.
I
Period.
will I will say this about you, and one thing you do is you keep people's secrets. I
Absolutely.
mean, Lord,
Absolutely. I don't care what a person does to me. I'm never going to turn around and tell their business. Even if they do me wrong, I'm not going to turn around and tell their business. I don't do that.
I've actually seen this happen.
Mm-hmm.
You had a friend. I'm not gonna mention no names, but they was cool with you. And then when that whole thing, it was that person and another person, and they just turned their back and just started stabbing you in the back like
Mm-hmm.
for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
They later came back and
Yeah.
apologized,
Yeah.
but in that time, you never put that person's business out there, and you never embarrassed them, or you never exchanged energies with them on that level, on that frequency.
No.
That's
No,
pretty dope.
I'm never doing that. I'm never going to do that ever in my life. Never in my life am I ever going to do
Right.
that. So that's what I mean by boundaries. That's my boundaries. I'm not ever doing that. And my thing is, if anybody in my family says, "Hey, I need you," uh, regardless, I will stop, drop, and roll and be there.
Yeah. I've seen
That's it.
I've seen it happen, but I also
I don't care where
see
we are.
but I also see y'all as the Braxtons call each other, blow each other up, and then when they call the person back, y'all don't pick up the goddamn phone. I seen you do it, Tony, Tamar, Trina, and Tracy, and I think your mama too.
Yeah, yeah, that happens.
Mm.
Yeah, so
I just think y'all just do that. That's just something y'all just do.
possibly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. So I just wanted to hop on and talk about that a little bit. Yeah,
Somebody
right,
asked me.
honey.
And after that, Tawana shared a very special moment with her nephew, Tracy's son. But I'm going to do that separately. But this video was heavily focused on Tawana explaining her, updated relationship with her sister, Tamar, and also respecting boundaries and all of that. Because if you have been watching the new show, then you will notice that Tamar and Tawana, during those counseling sessions, that they had a lot going on and things to unpack. But I just think after years of disrespect and all of that. People are just in a space where it's like, you know what? I have to protect my peace and I have boundaries. However, you would think after losing their sister, that would have brought them closer because they are literally dealing with life is too short. It's right there in their face, and you would think this would be the moment to just connect the family because it's like, my goodness, Traci is no longer here. But no, it's doing the complete opposite. So I will absolutely continue to lift them up in my prayers because it's a lot as they go through the grieving process. But overall, you know, they're family, and you heard what she said. You know what, regardless if I'm respecting boundaries and all of that, if anyone in my family pick up the phone right now and call me, I'm there. So, you know, I'm wishing all of them the best, and I'm wishing all of you well. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.